Hey guys, and welcome back to this third midweek Main Street.
Yes, and today we are going to do a review about Restaurant des Stars, which is in Walt Disney Studios Park. So, and how are we going to do that?
Well, we're gonna rate it on 3 items, and that would be the atmosphere, the food, and the value you get for your money.
And then in the end, we are also going to give you our conclusions. So let's start with the atmosphere. Restaurant des Stars is in the middle of Walt Disney Studios. When you enter the restaurant, you find this very big room, and immediately there is this cast member who asks you to give your order. So you have to place your order immediately. So you need to know which menu do you want and what would you like to drink. And if you want anything extra, you also have to tell her, because it is a bit of a hassle to get some extra things to drink or whatever you'd like to have extra when you're already eating.
Yeah, it's possible, but yeah.
It is a bit.
It's easier if you know beforehand. Yeah.
Yes. So what about the atmosphere, Sven?
Well, it's a big room, and it's quite open and light, and it might come across as a bit clinical, a bit, yeah, sterile, but that's because it's supposed to be like a canteen in a big Hollywood studio. So yeah, it really has that atmosphere of, yeah, a working place canteen.
And it is a bit sterile, but it's not so clinical as if you would expect in a hospital or something. It's got a vintage vibe, and there are photos on the wall from actors from the old days.
And did you know that all these photos have something to do with food?
No, I don't remember that part. So when you look at the overall atmosphere, what grade would you give the restaurant for it?
Well, if you don't know the theming behind it, you would say it's bland, it's a 6 maybe. It's, yeah.
That's actually the grade that I had in mind.
Okay, but if you know the idea behind it, I would give it a 7.
So you give it a 7, I disagree. I give it a 6, and it's because you might say like, okay, they had a thought behind it, they thought about this very well, but in the end, when you're sitting there, it's like, it's not really that cozy. I want more feel. But I was thinking, we are going to have a big refurbishment and extension of the Walt Disney Studios Park. So I guess that it's going to be quite fabulous, but we have to wait for 5 years.
yeah, if it is gonna be refurbished, but yeah, it could be possible that in the grand scheme of the whole remake of the Walt Disney Studios, that Restaurant des Stars is gonna have a makeover as well.
Yes, that's my thoughts about it, yeah.
So for the atmosphere, we'll combine our grades, and that will be 6.5. So now we go over to the food section of this review, which is the most important part.
I think so. So our thoughts about this is, and we talked about it before we recorded this, is that we think that it's a bit hit or miss. We had times that it was so fabulous, the food, everything tastes good, and there was a lot of choice. But last time we were there, it was awful. And we were there just before closing time. We didn't know because it was only 4 o'clock, but apparently they were closing at 5 or 5:30, very soon. And there was almost nothing anymore on the buffet. There was some meat still there, we didn't take it, but if you look at salads or any other vegetarian stuff, there wasn't much, and what was there wasn't very good either.
And for the price that you pay, that was a little bit of a disappointment that time.
Yeah, because we paid...
For adults it's $34.99, almost 35 euros. That includes 1 drink. And for children it's $17.99, so around 18 euros, also including a drink.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's sad to see it have quite a big hit or miss ratio.
You're gambling with your money. It's like, we could go to Restaurant des Stars, but it might be awful, so are we going to do it or not?
Hey, hey, we have a guest.
Hey, Tyson.
Hey.
So, well, last time it was this bad that, I'm sorry, but I'm also giving the food, and I'm not sure whether I should Yeah, that was Tyson. I think I will give the food. It's difficult.
It's difficult. Shall I say my number first?
Yes.
Well, I would go for 6. Because it can be great, which makes it automatically 7.5, 8 maybe. Yeah. And when it's a miss, it's really a miss. And yeah, that would be...
yeah, I agree. So 5. Yeah. 6, yeah, that's
to be on the safe side.
And now we're going to the value. What I think is, value-wise, looking at all the other restaurants that are in Walt Disney Studios Park.
Ah, if you take that into account as well.
Yeah, then the value is a little bit different because there is no other buffet restaurant in Walt Disney Studios Park.
There's no sit-down restaurant in a table service restaurant. So the closest thing to having...
that's not true. Remy.
Oh,
Bistro Saint-Remy is a sit-down.
Yeah.
But they are the only buffet. Then if you look at value, I mean, you have a buffet restaurant. You can sit down, you can relax. If it's cold, you can get warm. It's actually very convenient. It's also in the middle of Walt Disney Studios Park, so that's also convenient. You don't have to go all the way to the front. Yeah. What you have to do if you would like to have the counter service from Studio One. You also don't have to walk all the way to the back. It's actually a good spot. That's why it's most of the time it's very crowded. So taking all of that in account, we're going to give the value a 6.5. So, right?
You're right.
So not a 7, not a 6, but in between, 6.5. So the overall grade that we're going to give Restaurant des Stars is
6.2.
Now we are very curious about what you guys think. Did you have dinner there? What did you think? Are you agreeing with us or are you disagreeing? Why? Did you also have some problems with the food or was it all just perfect? Let us know in the comments down below.
Elise, final thoughts? What's your final conclusion? Would you eat there more often or less?
It's not something that I'm very looking forward to eat there. It's not my favorite restaurant.
And I think the buffet restaurants in the hotels are even better.
Absolutely, and we will do a review on those as well. So
stay tuned.
Stay tuned. How about you?
Yeah, I think same as you. Not our most favorite to go to. If need be, we will go. But maybe while we are discussing this and recording this video, maybe it's an idea to make a reservation earlier in the day. So when the restaurant just opens, that there's more choice and there's it's more fresh.
Yeah, it could be because we ate there before and it was much better. So maybe we were there earlier in the day. So could be that we were just there on the wrong time of the day. Well guys, this is already the end of this review, and if you are planning a stay in Disneyland Paris and you're looking for a restaurant, hopefully this review will help you out making your plans. If it did, please let us know in the comments down below or give this video a big thumbs up.
You also can find us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter.
See you there guys.
And maybe next time we'll see you in Main Street. Bye!
Bye. Het was een goed episode.
Ja, ik neem wel een slok.
You talk in Dutch.
You're still here?
It's over!
Go home.
Go! Chica chica.